Okay, this is an unboxing video from someone who doesn't really make unboxing videos. This is the new MacBook Pro, pretty much the highest spec that you can get. The voiceover for this video was recorded on the new MacBook Pro, not my usual external mic. So if the sound is a little bit sketchy, that's why. So the spec on the laptop is the M1 Max chip. It's a 16-inch MacBook Pro in space gray. It's got 64 gig memory, but it's got 10-core CPU, 32-core GPU, and 16-core neural engine. It's got 1 terabyte of SSD storage, which was a bit of a mistake, which I'll talk about in a second. It's got 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports, HDMI port, SD XE card slot, and MagSafe 3 ports. So I made one mistake. I bought it in a rush and I only got 1 terabyte of storage. I should have got more and it was too late to change it. I tried to go back and change it afterwards, but it was pushing the delivery date forward. So I just left it, but that could get potentially quite annoying if I run out of space. So just a bit of context, I'm a programmer. I mainly use IDEs, I use container tools and a ton of other utilities. I also use the Adobe Creative Cloud suite of tools such as Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, that kind of thing. So things tend to really heat up when you try and run some of this software in parallel, especially with heavy workloads with things like video editing. If you're doing something that doesn't require a lot of power, like writing documents, a bit of photo editing, and using browser-based apps, this would probably be a complete waste of money and you definitely don't need this spec, so don't waste your money. You're only going to notice or benefit from the extra horsepower when you're doing something that's very intensive, such as video editing. The total cost in the UK was £3,699, which is just over 5,000 US dollars. So since this video was recorded, I've been using the new MacBook Pro and I didn't have any exact benchmarks. There's loads of those out there. But for my use case, it's mind-blowingly fast for tasks, which I really struggled with before. I had a MacBook Pro 2015 16 gig machine, which when I was using things like Kubernetes and lots of Docker containers or video editing, it would really start to get heat constrained with the fan going crazy and it just getting really, really hot and really slow. I really struggled and I added a fan underneath, a fan tray underneath, and I even resorted to using ice trays to cool it down. Definitely not good with all the condensation, quite dangerous, and I definitely wouldn't recommend it. But in my case, it did actually work. So this thing has made a huge difference to my output already. It's just like buttery smooth for video editing and things like that. No issues at all. It's just been super fast. Everything I've done has just been ridiculously fast. Other than that, I think it looks really good. It's a tad bulky. I don't really care about that. All I care about is the performance. So all in all, I'm very happy with it. The performance is just ridiculous. I've never worked with anything like it. So let me know in the comments below if you're thinking of getting one, and if so, which spec.